Now let's just move on further towards the question number 5. It says that a chord of a circle of radius 10 centimeter subtends a right angle at the center. Find the area of the minor segment and the major segment. So there is a chord, CHORD. It is a chord of a circle of the radius 10 centimeters. So let us suppose if I'm just taking this particular circle and I'm just taking it as nothing but a center O. I'm just taking it as with the center O, and let us suppose if I'm just taking any two particular points over here and over here. So this is definitely my chord. So let us suppose if I'll join this particular chord as like this. As you can see, this is nothing but my chord which is given. So this is nothing but the chord. Let us suppose if I'll mention it over here. So this is nothing but my chord, the chord which is given to us. And further, let us suppose if I'll join the chord with this particular center. So this is nothing but of this form. Now further it says that the radius is given to us and the radius is actually nothing but 10 centimeter. So this is 10 centimeter and further it is also 10 centimeter, and it is actually saying we have to find out the area for the minor segment and the major segment. So first of all, as you can see, it is subtending an angle of 90 degree at the center of the circle, and furthermore we just have to find out the area of the minor segment and the major segment. It means we are interested in finding out the area for this particular segment first, because this is nothing but our minor segment. So this is nothing but our minor segment. So let's just to find out the area of the minor segment. So we know that in order to find out the area for this particular minor segment, let us suppose if I'm calling this as nothing but A, I'm just taking this particular point as P, I'm just taking this particular point as B, and let's suppose if I'm just taking any particular point over here as nothing but Q. So now if we just have to find out the area for this particular minor segment, let us suppose if I'll write it over here, this is my major segment. This is my major segment. So in order to find out the area of the minor segment, we have to find out the area of this particular sector, and we have to subtract this particular area of triangle over here. So let us suppose if I'm just starting with the very first part. So the area of the minor segment is actually nothing but is equal to the area of the sector minus the area of the triangle that I am taking, AOB. Now let's just find out the area of the sector. We know that the area of the sector is actually theta by 360 into pi r square minus the area of the triangle, is, let us suppose I am taking half into base into height. So you can see all by yourself that if it is nothing but a right angle triangle, then the base, let us suppose if I am taking the base as OB and height as OA, so both of OA and OB are actually equal to each other. So let us suppose if I am taking half into base is nothing but OB and height is nothing but OA I am considering. Now let's just plug in all the values over here. Theta is actually 90 degrees, so this is 90 degree divided by 360 degree, and here I am using the value of pi as nothing but 22 by 7. So let us suppose we are taking 22 by 7 radius. Radius is nothing but 10, so this is 10 whole square, minus of further we have half into base into height, so this is nothing but half into 10 into 10, so this is nothing but 5. So as you can see, we have this value as nothing but 50. Now let's just sort it out, this particular value. We have this as nothing but 4. Further we can write it as 22 by 4 into 7 into 100. So this would be nothing but 4 and this would be nothing but 25, minus of this is nothing but 50. So when you will sort it out this particular value, we have 22 into 25, and when you will divide this particular value by 7, you will get the answer as 78.5 minus of 50. So this is nothing but the value that we are getting at the end. So when we will subtract both of these values, we will get the answer as 28.5 centimeter square. So we have the units as centimeter, this is centimeter square. So hence at the end we are getting the area of the minor segment as 28.5 centimeters square. Now let us suppose if I'm just talking about the second part. In the second part we just have to calculate the area of the major segment. So the area of the major segment can be calculated as nothing but is equal to the area of the circle minus the area of the minor segment. The area of the minor segment. So this would be nothing but is equal to area of the circle is pi r square minus of area of the minor segment. The area of the minor segment. So we know that the area of minor segment is 28.5. So this is 28.5. So let us suppose for this particular part, if I'll just use the value of pi as nothing but 3.14. So let us suppose if I'll take the value, you can take the value as 22/7 as well. So let us suppose if I'll take 22/7 rather than 3.14. This is 22/7. We have this particular radius as nothing but the area. So the radius of the circle is given to us as nothing but 10. So this is nothing but a 10 whole square. 10 whole square, as you can see over here, this is 10 whole square minus of 28.5 it is. Now further you can see over here that the value at the end we are getting is nothing but 2200 divided by 7 minus of 28.5. So let's just calculate this particular value over here. We have 2200. So 2207. Let's just divide the value. So this is 7 and 3 and 21. We'll get the 1 0 and we have 7 1 and 7. So we have 3 0, 7 and 4 and 2 8. So we will get 2.0. We have 7 into 2 is nothing but 14. We have further the answer as 6 0 and we can take 7 8 and 57 into 8 is nothing but we have 7 7 49 7 8 56. We can take 56. So this is 314.28. So this is 314.28 minus of 28.5 we can take. Now let's just sort it out the value. So we get the answer as nothing but, as you can see, we are getting 314.28 minus of 28.50. So we have this as nothing but 8. This is 12. This would be nothing but 7. Point of this would be nothing but 3, and we will get the answer as 8. We have this would be as nothing but 5, and further we have this as 0 and 1. So this would be nothing but 8, and we have 2. So at the end we are getting the answer as 285.78 centimeter square. This is centimeter square. So at the end we are getting the area for the second part as nothing but 285.78 centimeter square.